now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio, and I am your host, Dini. We have a very special guest for you guys, so you definitely want to stick around for that. And as a matter of fact, text your buddies, text your family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to say that, I know well, hopefully some of you guys have heard the saying or the scripture about faith as small as a mustard seed. Well, there's also a thing called no doubt. When you believe you can do it, you're off to a great start. A good start. And when you know without a doubt that you can do it, it will happen. One of the biggest obstacles to any accomplishment is doubt. It's like an instant killer. Doubt will discourage you, delay you, distract you, and prevent you from taking action. Once doubt has been established, it can take on a life of its own. Though doubt may have no valid objective reason, after it springs to life, it can stop you as surely as anything. One small positive action will begin to remove the doubt, for doubt is just a thought. And when your experience proves it wrong, that doubt will quickly wither away. And the best way to know that you can do it is to start to do it. Forget about the doubts for a moment and take one small step forward, and then take another. Soon your doubts will be left behind in the dust, and you'll be moving quickly ahead. My name is Coach Dini, and change is possible. Are you ready?
Hi, I heard you need a website, custom design and looks fly. You need to get online in no time, cause you have a deadline. With Snazzy Sites, we'll bring your ideas to the screen. We're pretty fast too, with your vision is templates where there's nothing we can't build up. We'll make it shine, perfect website all the time. Snazzy Sites, fast and fresh, looking fine, you'll be online. Snazzy Sites, we'll make it shine, perfect website all the time. Snazzy Sites, fast and fresh, looking fine, you'll be online. Snazzy Sites.
If you're looking to create a stunning online presence, contact Snazzy Sites. We're the best designers in the business at bringing your vision to life. Visit snazzysites.com or call 980-383-8383.
Many moons, many stars, many galaxies still know you inside. Are you and I get heat, I can't sleep, find it hard to breathe without you by my side. Many lonely nights, so far from my paradise, alone in the deepest sea. Your face in my memory. See you from afar, I can let you go. So far from paradise, won't stop till you're next to me. Your face in my memory. See you from afar, I can let you go. So tight. See you from afar, I can let you go. Riding into the sun as my memory fades, just as I get lost, I can see your face. When I'm tired, I get weak, holding on my knees. Could you go away? Could you go that way? So far from my paradise, alone memory. See you from afar, I can let you run. Sailing, I'm searching for you, my love. On my last trip just to prove my love. Don't really know where I am this time. You're getting harder to find and playing tricks on my mind. So far from my paradise, alone in the deepest sea. Your face in my memory. See you from afar, I can let you go. So far from paradise, we'll start till you're next to me. Your face in my memory. See you from afar, I can let you go. See you from afar, I can let you go.
All right. Welcome back again. That was Jamar Langley, Far From Paradise. This episode is sponsored by Snazzy Sites, crafting stunning websites, blogs, and resumes that don't just look good, they get results. Whether you're growing a business, building a personal brand, or landing your dream job, Snazzy Sites has you covered. Start your transformation today over at snazzysites.com. Our interviews are designed to go beyond the music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, spirituality, and sometimes even past that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings. You know, the ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. Well, again, welcome to Vigilantes Radio, where today we are thrilled to host Jamar Langley, a true musical polymath whose talents span genres and touch souls, from singing in church choir to commanding the stage in front of thousands. Jamar's journey is one of passion, dedication, and pure skill. So with his latest tracks setting the airwaves on fire, he continues to prove why he is one of the most exciting artists to watch. So please join me in saying welcome, friend, to Jamar Langley. Hey, welcome to the show.
What's going on, Deanie? It's a blessing to be here. Thank you so much, man.
Absolutely, man. Yes, sir. How's it going?
I'm sorry, say it again.
How is it going?
Everything's going well, man. I'm, staying busy, staying focused. It's a new year, new goals, new aspirations, and I'm staying focused, man.
Yes, sir, man. New year, man, new year. What's been your go-to song for this new year that keeps you focused and that provides a boost of energy?
Now, are you talking about my own personal song, or are we talking
Either or?
If I had to, I'm going to make this a two-edged sword. So for my own personal song, I have a few unreleased songs that I'm very excited about that are pushing me. You know what I'm saying? Just listening to them and getting them ready, getting them queued up, amazing. But the song I've been going to the most has been probably Lenny Kravitz, man. Are You Gonna Go My Way? There's something about that song that just gets me pumped up for the year. I just don't know what it is. There's a lot of his music that gets me, a lot of his good hits, man. Just, yeah, because I'm an old soul when it comes to music,
Yeah.
So definitely that guy.
All right. Oh, so what did you grow up on? What type of music?
I grew up on folk, bluegrass, blues, rock, gospel, country, and soul. South Carolina, it's Southern soul as well. So shout out to Southern soul, because I see that it has budded and it's out. So, but I grew up on that music. So people like Chuck Berry, Johnny Cash, Percy Sledge, you got the Temptations, and then you got Otis Redding and Sam Cooke. And then you got, Michael Jackson, Prince, and of course Smokey Robinson, the Smokey Robinson, and you got B.B. King, all the Kings. It's just the list goes on and on, man. It's all mixed up in there.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that because you're from South Carolina? Because you mentioned bluegrass. You don't normally hear that a lot.
Yeah, something my dad kind of, he's like a bluegrass type guitar player, singer. So I like to say that's how I learned how to write with purpose and storytell a lot. How to really put records together, because just even as of today, him and my mom would call me every so often and be like, hey, I just wrote a song. And, it's like, wow, okay. And some of the songs that my dad has, my dad has written and presented to me, I finished those songs, and I'll be releasing a few of those songs that he started. He gave me the idea, the inspiration, and I kind of, I wrote it, I finished it out for him. So I think that's a blessing that even at 78 years old and 72 years old, that they're still doing music, and they support me. Man, they support me like teenagers. Like more. If I don't have anyone else in my corner that's rooting for me musically, mom and dad, they know for sure that their son has it, and that's get up and do it every day,
Man, that is incredible. So dad kind of set the blueprint for your musical direction, so to speak.
Yes, he did.
That's real cool. It's like, what, the Partridge Family, Jackson 5, because you were in a group with your siblings, mom and dad both do music. I mean, what was that like, bro?
Yes, it was like, man, growing up in the musical household was amazing, man. Shout out to all 7 of my siblings, Jamie, Sharon, Jarrell, Jeremy. Hope you guys are listening. Rhonda, LaShonda, Lorana. So that's the whole crew right there, mom and dad, Susie and James. But like you said, we sung all the time. And growing up, we didn't always have everything, but we had everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we had each other. One thing we learned how to do was to treat each other right, and to just always lean on each other in whatever time comes around. You know what I mean? Like, just really be heavy on family. And singing has been a big part of that, even down to my nieces and nephews. Shout out to Tanisha and Imani, Jared, Everett. Music is just in the family, so heavy, man. And growing up, my brothers had a group called Addiction, and I was around maybe 13, 14 when the group started. And, we went from singing at, the cookouts for the family, and it kind of started branching out, and next thing you know, we're in Atlanta auditioning, at Jagged Edge Studios, and then we're performing at places like the Crow's Nest and Backstage.
Yeah.
And, I'm my young self still getting in there, getting in these clubs, knowing that I wasn't old enough. They had to make sure they keep a tight eye on me, because there was definitely, liquor and all that stuff around. But I just wanted to stand. At the end of the day, I was just ready to sing my little part when it came. So to answer your question, Partridge Family, Jackson 5, that sounds about right.
Man.
And to this day, even with them, the same habits, man. They always asking me about my music. Every single brother and sister I have, nieces, nephews, they're always asking about my music. I think that is such a blessing to have family to care to that extent, because when no one likes the post, or when no one would comment, or maybe my views didn't capture enough, I could depend on family to care enough to at least make sure I'm doing what I'm doing, or doing what they know that I'm capable of doing.
Indeed.
And that we've grown up like that, and to this day, it's the same way.
Indeed, man. That's incredible to have. I was a musician at once, and I didn't have that, familiar or family support. It was more so of stranger supporting before the family would. And I just thought that's crazy. But, yo, man, that is super cool to have that. I think that is super special. That just lets you know how strong the family is. Sound like you guys are like the Waynons of music. It just flows in your veins, That's super cool.
Yeah. Amazing, man. And that my family's so artistic. It goes beyond music. Some of them write poetry. Some of them are very hands-on. We got contractors, and everybody has a certain skill that they've leveled up. And shout out to my sister, just opened her nail salon. You got my niece that's majoring in psychology. You got one niece that's working for Pinterest. And it's like they're so good. They're so artsy and crafty in their own unique ways. And it's like the art just runs through the family. And, we all just support each other through that.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you think with all the talent, the artsy, the crafts, just the entrepreneurial spirit that runs in your family, does it create pressure to continue to, be as awesome as you guys are?
I would say yes and no. I mean, I guess for our personal selves, we don't want to fail because we've been taught that if you start something and you're good at it, make sure that you're giving it your best shot before you walk away from it. Because, I feel like a lot of people, I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like a lot of people don't quite dig in and really tap into that real authentic thing within them before they stop doing something. And that's just a big thing in the family. And it can create pressure for us individually, but this is what family's for, to help lighten the load and to let you know that, hey, man, you're doing great. Despite of how fast, how slow, or in the middle your journey is, like, you're still doing great at your pace. So keep doing what you're doing. So we're here to alleviate the pressure from each other. And more so still stay on each other at the same time. Like, hey, don't quit. Don't slow down. But go to bed sometimes. Don't and that makes sense. But keep going. To get some sleep. Take a break sometimes.
Indeed. Even God rested, so.
Come on, man. Amen to that.
Yes, sir. So, there's a documentary about you called Small Town Hero. That's really cool, man. Let's say Netflix picked up this documentary and turned it into a movie. Who would you want to play you in a movie about your life?
Ooh, now, Beanie, you hit me with the question of the night. Ooh, I didn't have time for that one. Now, that was a good one. Man, and just thinking about, from an age perspective, who would play me? Oh, my goodness, man.
Is there an actor who could do it?
I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure. There's someone out there, but there's no one that I know that would be that age, that 13, 14-year-old me, or if you want to be honest, started kind of picking up music at like 3 and 4, but by like 11 or 12, I was like, playing keyboard. So I would think that the actor would be that young of a person, and they would probably have to cast, honestly, I don't know, some young kid. Someone's out there, Beanie, but that is a great question. That's a great question. You know what? I'm going to get back.
How was 13-year-old you? Like, what kind of kid were you?
I was a church kid, a music kid, and a sports kid. You couldn't keep me from outside, but then you couldn't keep me out of the room on that keyboard either. And then, of course, I was on the Sunbeam choir for the church, too. So it was from church to coming home and doing your homework, going outside. And through going outside, you learn a lot, playing with friends and, riding bikes and playing football in the field and basketball, just being around a little small neighborhood. And that was me. I was just a kid, man. I really appreciated it because I experienced being outdoors just as well as being in the house as well, which I have the same habit today that I had when I first started practicing music. I still practice every day. I still have the habit of going outside. Now I exercise and do all these other things. So, yeah, man, 13-year-old me was out the door. I was having a good time and being a kid, but also learning a skill that, that I didn't know was a gift quite yet. It turned out to be just that.
Indeed. So now we are at the polished version of Jamar, would you say?
Oh, yeah.
The musically inclined, the grand performer, the smooth voice, the incredible vocal performances. That Jamar. Do you still face challenges now in your career?
Yes. And I think the first challenge was really sticking to who I was, because I knew, I didn't grow up with that bass R&B background. You get what I'm saying? That wasn't really like my main thing I grew up with. So moving to Atlanta, I had a moment, several years where I wanted to blend in, to get in some studios, so blending in and just trying other genres. But, over time I figured out that I was kind of losing that organic writing edge, and getting back to that was probably the toughest part, because you know how to write it, but you've been doing this type of music for so long. You've been portraying as this, but authentically who you are as a musician. So this time around, I'm me. I'm here, and the only challenge is really embarking on a new journey. I'm on the same path. It's just that the road is just a little different now. But the same path. But I love it because I'm able to now write what I want, and people get to hear what they haven't heard all these years. So I kind of see it as a good thing. It's like almost like God put his hand on my chest and was like, not yet. And then he just kind of let me go. And so now what seemed to be weird to most people years ago is actually incredible to other people that understand. But it was always there. It was always incredible to me. It was always a different edge to me. So the polished me, now I stand on what I want to be as an artist now. And, it took a while to learn how to do that.
Indeed. What about the other part, the star power? I had a few incredible opportunities, but they told me I was too boring. They said, the music's cool, man, yeah, but, you're kind of boring. Nobody cares what you do when you're not doing music. And I was like, oh.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm coming up.
So I never figured out the whole star power thing. What about you? Do you ever think about that? Or I know you were on NBC, had a chance to work with Chance the Rapper. Man, it's just some incredible things that you've done. But it's still the question of star power versus, or that goes along with talent as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with star power, I would say how you use it and how you treat people when they recognize you. Because I try to be, a lot of people recognize me all the time now. Some people look at me for a while and kind of wait on me to kind of get closer and they say something. Some people just come up and say, hey, excuse me, don't mean to bother you, but you look so familiar. You look like a guy that was on TV, was on a singing show, and, boom, boom. So I think the younger me, maybe about, if I was a little younger, I probably wouldn't handle it as well, because I was more so influenced by what was around me, so to speak, just trying to find my place. But me now, it's just, I'm me. The guy you're talking to will be the same guy you meet, even if I was about to hit a stage with 80,000 people and Deanie saw me, I would be like, you would still get that dap up because, hey, I talked to this guy before, like.
Yeah.
So even though I'm in a place of star power and it may be a million cameras and I might just be hitting the stage with Usher, I'm still able to spot the guy, my neighbor, that I used to live by. You get what I'm saying? Yep. And I'm still able to identify him and dap him up, even though he knows what my position is now, even though he knows at what level of stardom I may be. It's just like, to me, I try to be as normal as possible as I move up, because I think it is very important to keep the core values that you've been taught. I want to be, of course, I can't be too approachable as I move up, because there may be a moment where, it has to be boundaries, I understand that. But in the meantime, I carry myself as the star that I am, but I'm also able to have a regular conversation with people too. I'm not too like, hey, whoa, not right now. I'm just so focused. No, I'm like, I like to talk to people because I feel that goes much, much further on the back end. So that's just how I handle the star power. And, it's like ever since The Voice, that's how it's been. But I thank God that it happened when I'm older, I'm experienced, I have more direction for my life. And I'm more, just way more focused on what I'm doing.
Indeed. As an artist, I know that you're always giving energy, not so much receiving it. But how do you refuel yourself?
One of the main things I like to do, first and foremost, is pray. I think that's like the way. That's like the 93 fuel. You know what I mean? That's it. That's premium. That's the one. That's what you want to place in yourself. And then after prayer, there's my wife. She, just having good laughs with her is always like a fulfilling thing, because she loves what I do, but that's not why she's here. So it's like I'm able to have other conversations and, bother her, so to speak, and, just have fun, and it kind of just pumps me up. And then you got family that comes in and they call, and we have these funny conversations, and especially when we meet up, it's just, man, it's like they fill me up like an 18-wheeler. Like, hey, I don't have to make much stops. I'm filled up, and I can ride for a bit. I can ride for a long time, and so they let me just be Jamar. And the cool thing is that they still respect like what I do. They still see me as their superstar brother, superstar uncle, superstar cousin. But like, they don't even know most of the time those laughs, man. Those laughs is what's kickstarting me, is refueling me. And another thing is just being able to have good friends around, that I could talk to. I don't have many, but it says you got a good one or two, you're doing great in life. And I got a good one or two that that are just around all the time, that I'm able to talk to, and we share laughs, and we do stuff like go fishing, things like that. Just really allows me to not only refuel, but really have a clear mind space.
Yeah.
And unlike other people with star power, I go play in church every Sunday. That's also a refuel.
Nice.
Yes, I sure do. And I love doing it. I love playing, man. It's fun, and I could I'm just being a musician, just being a bass player, and that's just an instrument that I love playing. So all of that gives me that kick. And then I add in just being able to have leisure time on a daily basis, playing guitars and creating new music and discovering a new way to do this, do that. And man, it just all keeps me, it just keeps recharging that battery. This battery never goes dead, man. And it's been that way for such a long time. I thank God for that. I feel like that's really like a unseen blessing that people may not talk about. Like you can gain a lot from having the right people around you, at least. You never really burn out. Because I do know how it feels to actually burn out as well. So, I'm able to appreciate the refueling part much better now.
Yeah. Tell us about the burnout. Like, what does that look like or feel like?
Oh, man. Just really going in circles as far as where you're headed. And, they say closed mouth don't get fed. But so I look at it in this, I'm just going and I'm just being quiet about it. I'm just kind of following. But I'm burning out day by day because I'm not seeing the results that I know I could have, opposed to just accepting what I got, if that makes sense.
Indeed.
Yeah, and it just kind of burns out, and it makes you not want to do a lot of things. So there was a time when, shoot, I barely even worked out. Like, I had those moments. I had a moment where I just wasn't really writing songs. I would just kind of go to the studio, record, do my thing. And, usually I would come home and write. With those moments when, I first got to Atlanta, I was just so eager to write songs and writing in a notepad and putting it in the voice notes. That stuff is gone for a little bit. And so, like, it was just a total burnout of what I was doing. But, keep the faith of a mustard seed, man. And at some point, it clicks and you find it. And I feel like, well, I know for sure I found it for myself. And now, all the steps that I took, all the experience I had, it's like, okay, I understand it now. And, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably the burnout.
So I have a lot of kids that listen to the show, and one of their main concerns, I got this question from one of the kids tonight, they are wrestling with leaving college to do their thing in music. I say, well, Jamar has a similar story to this. You left college to pursue music full time. How did that impact not only your life but your music career?
Well, it was definitely a decision, and I think it was only because I understood more of what I was and what I was doing and what I want to do. And other than me leaving college for music, I did have a daughter as well during college. So that was one of the other reasons why, I was like, okay, like, I'm good in college, like, I'm good in class, like, okay, I'm pursuing business, but man, I am good at this. This is what I like. I mean, hey, I make more money doing this on the college campus, singing to people's girlfriends. Maybe I can have a career in this, and it's like the light bulb doesn't always come on for everybody. But for me, it clicked, it clicked kind of early. And a lot of, maybe not a lot, but few people probably didn't understand my decision then. But I knew it was the right thing at the time. But I would tell individuals now in 2025, finish. Practice your skill, but finish. Don't leave. Don't leave, because I think that it's kind of changed since I left college. As opposed to now, I mean, if you know that you're good at multiple things, finish that degree, man. Finish it out. See it all the way through, because if you're meant to really do music, it's not going to leave you. If you're 19 or 59, at some point it's going to click, and at some point it's going to manifest if that's really what you want to do. But sometimes you have to, embrace those tests and trials to see if this is really what you want to do, or if it's something you would like to do, because, you see so many people doing it. I mean, so many people releasing songs. So, and then TikTok, people getting songs that's going viral. So that could kind of influence a lot of decisions. But, man, if you're in school and you know you're good at what you're doing and you're in school, finish the work. But keep working at what you want to do. Keep striving for that part and keep pushing for that part. And there may be some that may have the same light bulb that I had. And it's like, hey, I know for sure I'm great at this, and this is what I can do. And now with even more resources, you can have an even better strategic plan on how to do something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Indeed, man. I got my deal right out of high school, and my dad was like, yeah, I know you're on top of the world right now, but at least try college, because if your deal falls through, you'll be uneducated, and they'll put you in a certain bracket of how much you can make, or a certain class, unless you become your own boss. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do the music. Yeah, I'm not listening to what you say. Mom, I want to sing, that type of thing.
Oh yeah.
and the deal fell through. But I also had a chance to return back to school, like nothing happened. So What you were saying is definitely correct, man. You got to see it through sometimes. You never know which way the journey may take you.
See it all the way through, man. And it comes back around. You know, the world turns, man. It comes back around. If it's really what you want to do, it will never leave you.
Yeah.
But if it's not what you do, if it's not what you're working on outside of working on that engineering degree, if it's not what you're working on, and it's not going to just come around because you want to do it. You have to actually work at it. Yeah.
Indeed. All right, guys, we have more music on the way from Jamar. We have Time for Change, and then we'll be right back with more Jamar Langley. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Here I stand, with the one who can't stand alone, looking for an answer, searching for a home. Here I stand, for all humanity, to build a better future, to once again believe. No more broken promises, there's so much work to be done. Here we go, it's on us. The day has come, time for change, make the world a better place. We won't stop till we win this race. I got you, and you got me. This is it, we aren't afraid. Look and feel right in the face. We won't stop till we win this race. I got you, and you got me. Together we'll win. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, oh. I got you, and you got me. Together we'll win. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh, I got you. The time is now to take back integrity, pick up the broken pieces, restore the broken dream. The time is now. We're much stronger than before. What used to be a struggle is now an open door. No more broken promises. There's so much work to be done. Here we go. It's on us. Time for change. Make the world a better place. We won't stop till we win this race. I got you, and you got me. This is it. We aren't afraid. Look and feel right in the face. We won't stop till we win this race. I got you, and you got me. Together we'll win. Oh, 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 oh. I got you, and you got me. Together we'll win. Oh, 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 I got you.
Awesome song, Time for Change. This is soundtrack music, guys. Soundtrack music. Man, the vocals are incredible. The whole arrangement is incredible. And speaking of Time for Change, I do have to say this. Jamar mentioned that he prays every day. And if you haven't talked to God in a week or so, talk to God. You have to talk to God. And that means prayer, whether in your mind or out loud. Just make sure you do that. Don't go a whole week without speaking to God. I have 6 children that I take care of, and I love them all the same. I treat them all the same, but there is one who gets everything she asks for, just about. She has me wrapped around her finger, and it's because of one thing. She spends the most time with me, talks to me. She's in my presence always. So just a few food for thought. Time for change. If you could take a phone, and if it's dead, what do? You plug it into a power source. And if it's an iPhone, it comes on immediately. So if you're doing works and they're kind of dead or not going anywhere, maybe you're not plugged into a power source. Plug into that power source, which is God. Pray, pray, pray. It's time for a change. It's time to do things different this year. It's 2025. You can't keep doing the same old thing if it's not working. Plug into a power source. Talk to God. All right. Let's bring Jamar back on. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. Welcome back to me. Man,
yes,
wow.
Man, it is 2025, new year, man. What are you looking forward to the most, and what can our listeners look forward to?
I'm looking forward to really traveling the world and spreading my gift this time around. And I'm looking forward to really releasing music in multiple genres that still make sense collectively. As you can see, we see the difference between Far From Paradise and Time for Change, but Time for Change embarks on where I'm going a lot more. And I just look forward to spreading love through music as authentically as I could, and just really meeting people along the journey. That includes performances and more interviews and just meeting people and performing for people and helping people along their journey. If that's what that, if that happens. And really taking this thing beyond what I'm seeing going. One of my goals is to end up performing overseas before the year's out. I want to be touring overseas. That's my biggest goal for this year. So that's the biggest thing I'm going after. And so, that takes great preparation because it's a great task. So, I'm using all this time to prepare, to get the music right, to get everything from image to sound to personnel to a place to even record consistently and high quality. Just all the little things that it takes. But that's what I'm preparing for, man.
All right, man. We are looking forward to that, and we're rooting for you fully. Indeed. Where can our listeners connect with you on the internet and check out more music?
You can connect with me on Instagram at I'm Jamar Langley, which is I am Jamar Langley. You can connect with me on Facebook if that's what you prefer. It's Jamar Langley Music, Jamar Langley. I'm on Threads, which is connected to Facebook and Instagram. So you can catch me at Jamar Langley Music there. I have TikTok as well, which is also Jamar Langley Music. You can find my music on all platforms, no matter where you go. You just type me in. If you're a YouTuber, Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, Pandora, hopefully iHeartRadio more. Tap in. I'm playing everywhere. The song Time for Change is out. Far From Paradise has been out for a little while, but Time for Change is my most recent single. And be on the lookout because I have more stuff that I'm releasing and working on as we speak. So connect with me, send me a message. I love to write people back. I love to see those messages, like, especially if you just heard me on here and you write me on Instagram. So I just heard that interview. I love that. Oh my goodness. I love it. So connect with me, please.
Indeed. And listeners, just in case you didn't get those links, no worries. I will have them in the description of this episode and in the show notes. So all you guys have to do is just click those links. Jamar's journey reminds us all that, with passion and with perseverance, success is always within reach. Be sure to follow Jamar's musical journey on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to Vigilantes Radio. All right, thank you so much, Jamar. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
Man, Deanie, I appreciate you. Thank you for the talk, and you guys, like he said, you got to keep praying, man. Pray every day. Put that into your lifestyle every day, even if it's a little talk. It doesn't have to be deep. It can just be anything, but talk to the man above, man. He will guide you, for sure. But it's been a pleasure, Deanie. Thank you for having me. I look forward to being here again, to be honest.
Amen, man, and we'll have you anytime you want to come on.
Man, that is a blessing. Thank you.
No doubt. Peace out and have a wonderful night.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you.
Peace to all. My name is Deanie, and I am the host of Vigilantes Radio Live. I think that we are beyond just asking cool questions and getting cool responses. I think that we are here as creatives to provide an example that you can do things different outside of expectations, because some of us simply were not born into the club, but there is perhaps a door, window, or back gate that we can leave a clue for you to get into. Life is short, but there are plenty of moments to try and get it right. Pursuing your dreams and learning from mistakes may be tough, but regret is tougher. To book your interview, email us at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That's a V as in victorious. Or visit onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm counting on you. Heaven, we all are counting on you to step into your purpose and your passion. You are listening to Vigilantes Radio Live on iHeartRadio, providing you with an opportunity to dive deeper.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.